Here's a level 9 question from Word Problems. Working alone, Violet can shovel 13 driveways in 1.74 hours, less than it takes Ella to shovel 13 driveways. Together, they can shovel 13 driveways in 3 hours. How long would it take Ella to shovel 13 driveways working alone? How long would it take Violet to shovel the 13 driveways working alone? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth of an hour. I'm going to make a chart. In the chart, I'm going to put Violet and Ella, their rate, the time it takes them, and the number of driveways that they can shovel. Rate, we are told that Ella can shovel 13 driveways in a certain amount of time, and Violet can shovel 13 driveways in a different amount of time. The time is the unknown. Violet can shovel the 13 driveways in 1.74 hours less than it takes Ella to shovel the 13 driveways. Violet's amount of time is compared to Ella's amount of time. Ella's time is X. Violet takes 1.74 hours less than Ella. X take away 1.74. The rate is Violet can shovel 13 driveways in that amount of time, in X minus 1.74. Ella can shovel 13 driveways in X in that amount of time, in her amount of time. The number of driveways that we're talking about is 13. The rate times time is the number of driveways in this case. We're going to set this up as an equation. Violet plus Ella's rates times time, we're multiplying them both by the 3 hours, is equal to the 13 driveways. Violet's rate is the 13 over X minus 1.74. Ella's rate is the 13 over X, and we're multiplying them both by 3, and that gives us the 13 driveways. To get rid of this 3, it's just going to be easier to cross multiply it down here. I want to get a common denominator. The easiest way is just to multiply my two denominators together, X times X minus 1.74. If I multiplied the bottom here by X, I have to multiply the top by X to keep the fraction equivalent to what it was before. Over here we had an X, we multiplied the bottom by X minus 1.74 in brackets, and we multiply the top, the 13 gets multiplied by the X minus 1.74. Then we can add these two fractions together. That gives us 13X plus 13 times open bracket X minus 1.74, close bracket all over X times X minus 1.74 in brackets. I'm going to cross multiply to get rid of the fractions to get the X times X minus 1.74 off of the denominator. Cross multiply, that gives us 3 times 13X plus 13 times X minus 1.74 is equal to 13X times X minus 1.74. 39X plus 39, so 3 times 13 is 39 in both cases, times the open bracket X minus 1.74 is equal to, on this side the 13X multiplies the X, giving us 13X squared, and the 13X multiplies 1.74. 13 times 1.74 is 22.62. X. The 39 is going to come in, multiply the X, and multiply the 1.74. 39 times 1.74 gives us 67.86. We end up with 39X plus 39X minus 67.86 is equal to 13X squared minus 22.62X. I'm going to add my like terms here. 39 plus 39 is 78. We have 78X minus 67.86 is equal to 13X squared minus 22.62X. I want to get all my X's on this side. I'm going to subtract the 78X from the left-hand side, and I subtract it from the right-hand side to keep everything balanced. I also want to get rid of this negative 67.86 because I want 0 on this side. I'm going to add 67.86 to the left-hand side, and I'm going to add it to the right-hand side. That gives us 0 is equal to 13x squared minus 100.62x plus 67.86. I'm going to feed that into my quadratic equation calculator. The A is 13, the B is negative 100.62. The C is 67.86. Then press calculate. We get 0.7462, a very short amount of time, and we get 6.9936 hours. We can use one of these and we can't use the other. The reason I can't use the 0.74, if I made X 0.74, I would do 0.74 minus 1.74 and I would have negative 1 hour. Violet is able to shovel in negative 1 hour. That doesn't make any sense. She would get the driveway shoveled before she started. It doesn't work. We discount this one and we use the 6.99. It would take Ella 6.99 hours to shovel 13 driveways. We're rounding to the nearest hundredth, which is this 9. Violet would be 6.99, take away 1.74, which is 5.25. It would take Violet 5.25 hours to shovel the 13 driveways alone. Ella is 6.99 hours. Violet is 5.25 hours. And then we press enter to see if we're right. And that is it for level number 9. Have a good day.